Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. Welcome to class, y'all. We have Cora Jade, Generation of Jade. We got her 6-star silver. We're going to do some gameplay. I do not get to keep this character at 6-star silver, but I did pull the character. So I will have her, just not at 6-star silver. Scopely will take that back. One is all said and done. So let's go check out the poster. She is a trickster of the focused variety in the modern era. She has a nice 26k training ability. I'm interested to see who we're going to use this on. X-Break gems do 75% more damage, and yellow moves start with 2 more move points. NXT Link, Modern Era Link, single gear. That's what she's got. In terms of straps, we are going to be running a set of Fury. The Fury 2's on there, so we're going to get an extra 80% plus the 30 on the strap plus the 26 right there. So we are going to be rocking 135-ish% more gem damage. We got the Gremlineer, so we're going to do another 100% more gem damage for blue and red after a sub. And the JD plate's actually going to come in later, so we're not going to actually really use that right now. So that's where our strap and plates are going to look like. All right, let's go check out our first move set. So our first move set, we're going to put in the submission. We're going to choose 7 gems to make into purple gems that are going to do 280k damage for 3 turns. This is mostly just to slow down our opponent and give us a chance to run our own moves on there. We're going to make 35 trap gems. When our opponent breaks them, we're going to deal 95k damage, but it's going to increase all of our gem damage by 20% for 2 turns. But if we break them instead of our opponent, we're going to steal 90k health. So it has a nice big health steal on there. And lastly, we're going to use the Jaded Finisher, deal 475k damage, make 37 traps into red. So it's going to be a big red boom at the very end of it. Our entourage for this one, if you have Piper, you can start with 2 more red MP or 40% more red gem damage. But if you don't have Piper, anybody who does red MP is going to be good for you. We're going to put on Sting or Butch to get our move started. And then we're going to put either red damage. I put on Acro Dragon to get the extra 50% for the traps, but any sort of red damage or steel is going to help you too. So if you have King Nakamura, that will also, once he is fixed, help you in that department. All right, let's go check out On the Road against Lita, our first match. So we have 2 choices. We can either put the trap gems down first and increase our gem damage for 2 turns, or we can save it until after the sub is done. It's entirely up to you. I'll run it first off. You can sort of see how it works and how well it works. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to make a couple of purple matches in order to let our sub go. And then I also recommend not putting it onto gems that have traps. Allow your opponent to break them and increase your gem damage. And now we're going to hit the finisher. It's going to turn whatever traps we have left on the board into red and do a big boom that way. So that did 7 million, or sorry, that did over 9.5 million when you include all of the health steal that came with it. So pretty powerful on that end. It's even more powerful on the other end as well. You're going to do about the same amount of damage, somewhere between 9 and 11 million, depending on when you put down those trap gems. All right, let's check out the next moveset. All right, this time the only thing we're going to change is instead of the sub, we're going to bring in the back elbow smash, and we're going to increase our purple MP by 8, so we don't need to worry about a sub. We're just going for a straight up turn 1 kill. Same everything else, we just smack as hard as we can. So we hit the purple MP up. So now our finisher's ready. We put all our trap gems on the board. And we'll slow this down to see how much we actually hit on that finisher. All right, now we're going to turn all the traps into red gems and do a nice big kaboom with a pretty decent one. So we did 4.5 million damage just on the red gems, but when you include all of the health steal, we did 10 million. So as you can see, it's about the same as the sub just a little bit faster to get there, and you are completely healed. That stole just over 6 million in health, completely recycles itself. So you will continually heal yourself each turn, especially if your opponent gets a turn themselves. All right, next moveset time. One last moveset for Cora Jade. And for this one, we're going to bring in the other two blue moves. So we're going to make countdown gems with the step-up knee. And it's my kids in the background. We're going to make 22 random gems into one-turn countdown gems. That'll do 189k damage and make 3 random gems into purple gems at the end of the countdown. We're going to use the Running Hurricane Rana. And this is going to deal 75k bonus damage for each one of those countdown gems. And we are going to use the hardcore move as well. So if the subclass of our opponent is chaotic, we will decrease all our countdown gem timers by 2. So our countdown gems are going to go off turn 1 against those types of opponents. And last but not least, the European Uppercut. It's only a 5 MP. And it's going to give us a 6 plus 6 for all of our blue MPs. So all of these are going to be able to go turn 1. So our entourage for such a thing is going to include as much purple damage as we can. We can also put countdown damage on here as well to do a little bit of extra damage. You can even go countdown damage here by putting in Ridge. Ridge does 100% more countdown damage, or you can put more countdown damage on the back end if you wanted to use Cena as well. So it's entirely up to you which one you want to boost going forward. Now, in terms of our plates, we are actually going to switch out this plate right here and put in Cora's plate. And so Cora's plate is whenever you make 6 or more countdown gems. It doesn't say it here, but every time we make 6 countdown gems, you are going to increase your purple and red gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. So that is going to be very useful, and that's why we also have the JD plates. Whenever we also make 6 or more countdown gems, we're going to deplete our opponent's MPs as well. So she's going to be a problem against such characters. All right, let's go check out the match. So we would start off by hitting our European Uppercut. Loads all of our blue moves. We're going to put down our countdown gems with the stand-up knee. So we're going to make 22 of them. So our opponent has 11 million at this point. So this is going to do 102k damage for each one, times that by 22. So we're going to do over 2.2 million for that hit. Plus we're going to set off all of our countdown gems because she is of the chaotic class. So 2 million damage right there. Everything turns purple on the board. We do a big smack. And with the plate and everything else, we just did a 9 million hit, plus with the other damage, so it did well over 12 million on the pin. So you can see just how dangerous that can be. But if you don't have her plate, a JD plate would be necessary, so that way you don't get hit turn 1. So that's Cora Jade. Let me know what you think. Give it the old like, the share, and the subscribes. The Brofessor is out.